Scorpio, this is your December 2015 general forecast as well as love and partnership reading. We'll start with your love and partnership reading. The first card that shows up is that of much communication. It's idle chatter, really. It's maybe even gossip. It's talking back and forth between people. It's just that general chatter communication, which perhaps doesn't have any real depth. You have that feeling, or you know that you'd actually like to ground your relationships. You'd like to bring them down to earth a little and make them last for the long haul. In other words, have the type of relationships and partnerships that will stand the test of time. What you are unaware of at this moment in time is that there's an unexpected message or some sort of communication coming in. It is out of the blue, but this card normally signifies it's a good message or welcome message. And your next step then is going to be, if you're a male, is to wait patiently to see what happens next or to see what comes of this communication. This card signifies waiting patiently, expectantly. In other words, there is an air of expectancy to this communication. If you're a woman, you are going to wait for a man. So this could be romantic, or it could be platonic or business, but there is a man whom you are waiting for to give you comeback on something that you've asked for, acceptance on something, or it is a romantic partner that you are waiting for. But wait patiently, because the advice here is to go with the flow. So wait and see how this works out. There will be signs along the way as to how it's going to work out. Pay attention to those. But it is a waiting that has a good result. So it's just a case of being patient here. Your outcome is that of dealing with your nagging, worrying thoughts that are eating away at you, or feelings that are eating away at you. You need to name them. You need to recognize them. Let them flow through you. Let them flow away like the tide does. So don't ignore those feelings. Like I said, name them, feel them, and then just let them go. Because that is something which is obviously now hindering progress on some level. Once you've dealt with that, you'll find progress will be faster. Your overall card for this one brings the message of get to know yourself well. In other words, get to know what you really like and want. Instead of finding out from experience, sit down and have a good think. What is it that you really want? What is it that you really like? Because that is how you can attract it into your life, if you know what it is. Then only will you attract the right type of partner, be it platonic or romantic, into your life. Okay, so that is your love and partnership reading for December of 2015. Now let's move on to your general forecast. Your general forecast starts off with a card that tells you to be present in the here and the now. So it's important that you take note of what is happening right now, where you are right now, and what you are doing right now. Don't live too far into the future, and don't live in the past. The past is done and dusted, it's gone. Your challenge here is going to be to go with the flow. Once again, you're being told to go with the flow. Let go of the reins of it and let things evolve without you having tight control of them. Your guidance here is that there is a new beginning coming. So don't feel as if you need to control everything to get that new beginning that you're wanting. It is coming. Probably a little bit ahead of time that you're plotting and planning, but it is coming. And if you go more with the flow and let the universe guide you and bring to you at the right time and place what you want, then things will work out exactly as you like. Perhaps not exactly at the time you like, but exactly as you like. Later in the month, the soulmate cards come up. There is in your love and relationship reading something about waiting for a man. So For the woman, I think this is more a case of a soulmate, a male soulmate now coming into your lives, romantically speaking. For the men, this is more about you waiting patiently for someone that is probably in your life already, or waiting to recognize maybe even a business partner or a friend that is going to be a part of your life in the long run, or recognizing that this person is going to be part of your life in the long run. Soulmates are people that have soul contracts with us. In other words, there's definitely going to be a relationship, be it platonic or romantic, because there's stuff that the two of you need to go through together. Earlier in the month, there's serendipity. So earlier this month in December for Scorpio, you are going to have something happen, possibly slightly out of the blue, or you might have planned it to a certain extent, that's at the right time, in the right place, and it falls into your lap. So that's something to look forward to. Your next step is going to be that of fated. So you need to understand that what you are doing now is fated. In other words, destiny, you have a lot more choice in. You get to be at the steering wheel and you get to make the choices. Fate brings things to you and you deal with them. This is not saying you're not going to get what you want. You are. It's fated. But you need to hand over the controls to destiny, to fate, and see what happens. Your advice here is purification. So you need to get rid of all those old thought patterns, all that old conditioning, all those old feelings of disappointment, because they are old and outdated and no longer necessary. You need to start with a clean slate. This is, if it's fated, you must know this is a clean slate you're starting with, and to get rid of the old way of thinking and being. Your final outcome is the same thing. That's about cleaning house, about cleaning out all that's not necessary in your life anymore. You're definitely moving on to something now, Scorpio, and you need to have cleaned house, figuratively speaking, perhaps even literally for some of you, to move on to what is going to be happening next. So you need those outdated ways of doing things, those outdated ways of thinking about things, the outdated ways of relating to people. You need to move on on that. It's time. Your overall guidance for December is that of power. So what it is saying is you do have that power. You really do, to move ahead. But that's movement is going to be with you taking control of your thinking, of your behaving, of the way that you go about things. Then you're going to find that true power. And only then will you find that true power. Then your soul guidance card is that of the ostrich. So this is a grounded, earthed energy, shall we say. In other words, you take what is in your mind, you take what is an air concept and you ground it. You bring it down to earth, you manifest it. So you are being given that potential at the moment, that energy to use. Take what is in your mind and ground it, but remember that to ground things one needs to be practical, and you need to be patient, and you need to know what it is that you want to manifest. Right, Scorpio, so that is your December 2015 general as well as your love and relationship reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.